afternoon, everybody. Good to see you out today. It's a Friday. And right now, well, when I left the house, it was 38 degrees on my back porch. So it's a little chilly today, but that's all right because got a little firewood here. I'm going to bring down a little bit more. Excuse me. Been a little congested here lately, like a lot of you guys probably have. We've had so much rain here. Cold and warm, cold and warm. It's just been a mess. But that's the way it is here in Tennessee sometimes. As you can see, I've set up already. Not expecting any rain. The tarp was pretty much for the wind. I brought it with me because I had it packed. I wanted to come down yesterday. It was 21 last night. And I think it's supposed to get down to about 25 tonight. I don't know for sure. But I've got a little sleep system that I've been wanting to check out. You guys have seen the bag one other time before. And my ground cover piece in there, well, not really ground cover, I guess air mattress cover. Let's just call it that. You guys haven't seen it yet. So I'll be getting some stuff out. Right now, I'm going to stop for a little while, kind of clean up camp a little bit. Cut off a couple of limbs, give us a little more access to the pond. Still don't think there's any fish in it. You never know. Stick around, guys. I won't point the camera directly into the sun to show you what I've done down there at the pond. Just trimmed up a few limbs, got rid of a few little stobs. I'll show you that at some point in time, or you'll see it. Did make a little fire pit. I decided to move from right back over here where we had it to get a little further away from my tent. My camp set up there. I kind of like that spot, and it's mostly going to be just me down here anyway. Right behind me here, there's enough room to set up another tent. Could trim a few limbs and make it a nicer spot over here too, but like I said, most of the time it's just going to be me. I think that fire pit will do just fine. I'm pleased with the camp. Let me show you a sleeping bag I'm using tonight. You guys have seen this sleeping bag before. I used it for a top quilt at some point last winter. I'm not exactly sure. I've had it for a while. Not done any kind of review or anything because I haven't been able to use it. I wanted to get down here last night. I came down and set up early this morning because it was going to be around 20 degrees. And I wanted to check the bag out. Just this bag alone. I do have a little down throw that I have. I brought it as a just in case so I could wrap my feet up if need be. I thought the rest of me would probably be okay. But it's a pretty decent bag. Yeah, you see it's about 46 degrees. That would be about 8 Celsius. It's got a pretty decent foot box on it. And the loft in it is pretty good. I think it was boasting 3.5 inches of loft. I don't know. It's supposed to be a 0 bag. It is a long bag. I think the long dimension on it's 84 inches. I know it's plenty long for me. I'm not scrunched up between the foot box and the hood. I did try the hood in the hammock, and it worked out good. It worked out real good. A well-built bag. I haven't found a whole lot wrong with it. It's got a nice baffle, zipper baffle in it. And a nice neck baffle also. I don't know, I've never used such a creature, so I'm going to use it tonight and we'll see what happens. The hood itself is also fairly well insulated all the way around. No issues there. The insulation feels good. The only problem, it's a 4 3/4 pound bag. Kind of heavy. And it's kind of large. I would show you the stuff sack, but I think you guys can probably visualize a 5-pound bag. Anyway, we're going to try that tonight. Now let me wrestle around here just a little bit. I want to show you the pad that I made. I'm not going to snake this all the way out of the tent. I think you guys can get the gist of what I got going on here by just showing you the end of it. I believe it was a 60-inch wide, 78-inch, 76-inch tall piece that I wound up with here. And it is, I believe the brand name is R5. It is bubble wrap insulation type stuff, reflectics if you will. It comes in many shapes and forms. You can buy small pieces up to $400 rolls if that's what you want. I've done a little trading for this piece here, but it was just enough that I could make the pad that I wanted. So I doubled the piece over and used some Gorilla Tape down here just to seam it off, which works really good. And I cut the bottom. I had both pieces almost exactly the same here. I had a little tear spot on the top of it where it had been rolled around on the roll itself. So I cut another smaller piece off and added it on here. You can see the Gorilla Tape works really good on this stuff, guys. And I made like an envelope fold to go inside. If nothing else, it would be a really good emergency bivvy type situation, you know. It's going to be pretty waterproof. It is plenty long for you to get inside. And the reason I put it together, or why I wanted to put it together, was to hold an air mattress. And this is my Dryzel. It fits in there quite well. I still got to blow it up. It fits in there quite well. And I just left it in there after doing the fit job. I left it in there, deflated it, and rolled the pack up. It's yay big around, and of course about 30 inches wide. The R value is supposed to be R10 if you use it in the ceiling, R6 if you use it in the wall, and R3 if you put it in the floor. I have no idea what 2 layers and a 2.5 inch air mattress. I have no idea what the R value is. I'm just hoping it's warm enough to keep me up off the ground, which it does quite well, and keep me a little bit warm from the bottom. We'll see tonight. I know I showed you guys this once before, but I think I'll show you again. If you've never pumped up a air mattress with a blow-up bag, you just need to get the bag as open as possible, trap the top, and when you start rolling her down, it makes a funny noise and starts blowing up your air mattress. Now I kind of cheated a little bit on that. I already had 3 bags in it. Generally it takes 4 bags to fill it up. As you can see, it filled it up nice and firm. A whole lot better than trying to breathe that rascal full. And right now it's at ambient air temperature, so I shouldn't lose any air much. I know you're going to lose a little, but as long as you get the plug in good. Ready for bed. Well, I went out for a little walk. It started to get chilly. I just walked down to the other end of the property over there, kind of scouting out another place that's a level enough spot to put up a tent. And I realized I was getting kind of cool, so I headed back here to camp. You can see the sun's going down behind the trees. As usual, about the time I start to get a fire, right? Whew. So I threw my jacket on and my little fingerless gloves real quick, and my hat, traded out. Kind of glad now I got the stack going before I took a walk. Just need to roam around a little bit. You guys kind of know how that is. And I think I've got 2. Yeah, I might as well burn that last little bit of that so I can restock. Maybe we'll try flint and steel again tonight. I'm going to put this little bit of birch bark in there though. It's a really nice day today, folks. Really nice day. Kind of cool all day, I'll have to say that. And the one thing that I found down here at my getaway here on the pond bank is that, oh, that's quite a bit, isn't it? Yeah, I'll save a little chunk of that. It's actually enough to get a fire going right there. I just want to make sure tonight, it has been rainy. Everything down here is damp. I collected up quite a bit of cedar, but still a little moist feeling. Oh, I shred this up just a little bit. Stick it right here on top. Hopefully it'll catch up pretty quick. Thanks for coming today, guys. No, I haven't done anything. Kind of hang out here. That's all I've done. I think tomorrow, it's supposed to be sunny again tomorrow. So I may take a little walk. I'd like for you guys to come along. Not sure exactly where I'm going to go, but I've got a notion in my head. Excuse me. Ooh. We're just a little moist on that too. Everything down here is kind of damp from just sitting around here today. Didn't take much. Didn't take much at all. There we go. Nothing like catching your gloves on fire, huh? And my intention was to lay it right up over it, just like that. Hopefully that cedar there will be catching in just a few minutes. I put up the fire back. I didn't think I was going to, but there's just enough of a breeze coming from the north, which would be, well, excuse me, from the northwest, which would be that way, to make the fire blow. So it's just enough to make the flag wiggle a little. Whew. Well, that feels good. My thermometer over there says 34 right now. I'm kind of believing it. Well, I thought I'd take a couple minutes here by the nice warm fire. Have an evening pipe. Haven't had one all day. I'm doing pretty good on that, by the way, folks. I just all but had to give everything up when I had the flu back in December. It was not pretty. Got me some water on there to boil. I brought some dehydrated hash browns. Kind of going to have breakfast tonight. Spam eggs and hash browns. And once again, like I usually do, I often left 2 slices of bread at the house. So, no, not having toast tonight. Hope you guys are all nice and warm. Yeah, I just kind of wanted to wander around a little bit today and try to get a little exercise. Been having a lot of hip issues. Maybe it's been all these low pressure area followed by a high pressure area. Everything changing back and forth too much has got my arthritis going. I really have missed sitting around a fire like this. I just hadn't been able to get out and go like I wanted to this winter. One thing after another. But I'm looking forward to a really good spring. Can't wait to break the kayak out. But the lake temperature, I think the other day was 47 degrees, so no, not going to the lake. Or any pond either. This water right here is probably pretty cool. Let me get some dinner going here before it gets completely dark on me. Almost has already, huh? Yeah, I got my taters rehydrating. Staying a little warm there by the fire. It's not too hot right there. Getting ready to cut up the Spam, do some eggs here. We have a little issue with the wind shifting around just like it has all day. That's okay. Got a pretty good fire going. A little bit more coals and I'm going to be cooking. There's nothing so good as a dinner cooked on an open fire, is there, folks? Sometimes it doesn't even really matter what you have. Won't be long now. Smelling mighty good out here. I am pretty hungry. I lingered on just a little bit longer this afternoon than I wanted to, but it's okay. No complaints. It's a good afternoon. I just looked at the temperature indicator over there. It says 31 degrees right now. Now, it ain't been a liar in the past. I got no reason to doubt it now. We'll see what it gets down to tonight, won't we? Okay. Y'all pardon me while I eat dinner. Hey, probably just barely can see me, if you can see me at all. And it was a good dinner. Enjoyed that. And if my temperature indicator ain't lying, it's 29 degrees. And it's about 7:30. Well, I looked at the timepiece on that there camera a few minutes ago and it was 7:30. Ain't gonna be too much longer tonight. And I'm gonna call it a night. I wound up getting up at 3 o'clock this morning. I hope this thing's staying in focus. It was having issues earlier. I do feel good, especially on the old feet. Get them warmed up a little bit. Shin's nice and warm. And yeah, right after I ate, get that after dinner chill. Put on a long john layer. When I go in to get in the sleeping bag tonight, though, I'm going to lose the sweatshirt. Right now, it feels pretty good. I don't know if you can see it or not. I've got a balaclava that I've had for a long time. Never really use it. I had a scarf that I was using for a while. Can't seem to find it. This thing tonight feels pretty good on my neck. Now there again, when I get in the sack tonight, I'm going to lose the balaclava. May keep on the sleeping hat. I don't know. I'm going to wrap up in the hood good and see if that works though. I do have some hot hands with me. Not anticipating using them. I really want to check that bag out. If it's a 0 bag tonight, if it gets down to even to 20 tonight, I should be good to go with any luck. If not, I got my little down throw. And there again, some hot hands. Those things are really nice. Sometimes even on just a cool night, you know, when it gets down in the 50s. To light one of those things off and throw it down on your feet, get them nice and toasty. That makes you sleep good. Does me anyway. Saved a little water. Kept it up there warm. Mixed up some of the Alpine powdered apple cider. It's pretty good. You know, like I said before, I'm not a big cider drinker, so it doesn't pay to really buy a jug of it. Oh, that's getting pretty toasty on the old shins. I haven't been doing much outing this year at all so far. I wanted to get out a few nights. Things just haven't worked out that way. They seem to be on a little better track now. Still going to be putting in a little time at the bike shop. This time of year is kind of slow. Everybody spent all their money on Christmas. And I didn't do a Christmas video really this year, so I hope everybody had a really good holiday season. And I know everybody's looking forward to 2020. I am. It's a little something I hadn't been able to do. Oops, knocked my tea over. It's not going out in the woods. Let me put that lighter back in my pocket so it actually works. It is that cool out here, so must be about right. If you guys, where you can tonight, step out on the porch and have a little snort with me if you would. Do have a little knot water with me. Now, this is not the high test stuff. This was knocked down to about 80 proof. And it's kind of a, I guess a Snops thing maybe, but it's spearmint. I like spearmint a little bit better than peppermint, and I know a lot of people don't, but didn't make it for everybody. Made it for me. Well, thanks for coming along with me on this one. Much appreciated. All my subscribers, new and old, thank you very much for watching. I should be a little bit better now. The computer situation turned over a little bit. I got a new, well, I was able to get into the new Creator Studio on YouTube, so that should help with the comment situation, where I can reply to you guys, I hope. Here's to you. Good evening, everybody. Still pretty warm. Just a light hit of spearmint. I like it. You know, all the holiday seasons kind of came and went, all the way from Thanksgiving through this year, and not much got done as far as the channel. I hope to improve on that this year though, guys. Spend some more time with you out in the woods, and I've got a couple more pieces of property to look at. The walk I was talking about tomorrow being one advantage that I'm where I'm at camping tonight. I'm going to take a little ride tomorrow and take you guys back to the piece of property from a video back, where I was informed that it was supposed to be, you know, like 12 to 15 acres, and it turned out to be 32 acres. Yeah. So I've got about 10 acres to walk, and it's down a fence line, kind of a long stretch. Closer to the end of that video, I was at a wash, and I'll be on the, what would be the, let's see, where am I here? I think that would be the west side of the property. Really nice place though. I hope you guys enjoyed that video. If you didn't, check it out. Didn't bring a whole lot of wood. Thanks again, Joe. Pretty good stuff. Burns kind of quick though. Heard some coyotes the other night getting a little rowdy. They was way back over on the other side over there, like acres away. Tobacco's almost too moist to stay lit. Looking for a good peaceful night, I hope. I'm just going to sit around here and enjoy the fire for a while and crawl in that zero bag and get some sleep. Talk to you guys in the morning. Good morning, everybody. About 7:30, give or take. 19 degrees this morning. Yeah. Woohoo! Kind of chilly. You guys can't see that. Anyway, it's 19 degrees. That would be about minus 6 Celsius. You know what, folks? I slept good. I really did. The bag held well last night at 19 degrees. Everything here is frosty. The entire inside of the tent, well, with the exception of the vestibule, it's not too bad. I left this side open last night. Whew. Brisk, I think, would be a good word this morning. Didn't you have any creatures coming around last night? None that I heard, anyway. Just a nice, calm night. I woke up twice, at least twice. It may have been more than that. And, whew, man, I was wet. The neck piece, whatever you call it, a neck baffle, neck collar, had gotten out and right in front of my face. But that was the only issue I had. You know, I expected to be frosty this morning. Just enough to make you not want to get up, you know. Ooh. I think I'm just going to hang out a little bit, watch the sun creep up in the sky. Fix me a bowl of oatmeal here in just a little bit. Just kind of hang out till it warms up a little. Supposed to get close to 50 degrees today. I don't know about that. We'll see. Got a nice cool start anyway, huh? I think I told you last night I got about 10 more acres or so, give or take, to walk around on this piece, and it's not too far from the house here. So like I said, I can just leave camp like it is, take a little ride, and take a little walk. Stick around today, guys. I don't think it's going to be very exciting, but it's just going to be a beautiful day to be outdoors. Thought I'd sit down and have a pipe. Yeah, I kind of spared you guys the oatmeal breakfast. Good, by the way. Remember, put some hot chocolate in it. Makes it even better. Got everything packed up pretty much. I'm going to leave the tent, the tarp. I'll leave the sleeping bag and the sleeping pad down here too. Just let them air out. It's a good day. You can see I got everything opened up. Close up the bug net because I have seen 2 mosquitoes this morning, believe it or not. It's just now like 42 degrees, I believe. I'll put the thermometer in the bag. It's warming up nicely. It may be on the way to 50 today. We can only hope, right? Well, with all that said, I got the fire pit cleaned up, covered up. And I'm going to probably just leave everything here. Get me a small bag together. Go take a walk. Why don't you guys come with me? You can see I come into the cedars. Now let's see. I'm not spinning too fast. Yeah, there's the old barn. This right here is the beginning, or part of the beginnings of that wash that I walked up the last time I came over here. I don't know if you can tell or not. I'll show you here in just a second. I am right next to the fence line here. There's the old barn over there. Really, quite a bit of moss over here too. You kind of see the cedars just come to an end. I'll go back into some hardwood here. I didn't know there was a pond there. That's on that other piece of property. Yeah, I hope I don't get into any briars today. I'm going to go right back up here. Walk down through the new saplings. Yeah. We'll get over there in just a second. You can see we got some trash from long ago just down from the pond there. I could be mistaken, but it looks like the property line goes up the hill there. But the wash continues on down this way. I wanted to see what's on the far side of the wash today. I almost expected it to be a little more muddy than this. The way the ground was frozen, frosted over this morning. I don't want to intrude on anybody else's property. So, keep an eye out. But I believe I will go across right down here. Deer tracks from a few days ago. Back over here, they don't have to be in any hurry. Came up from down there through the wash, around there. And I knew from the other day, well, I was right back up on that hill over there the other day when I came here. Hope you guys enjoyed that video. And I believe, I'm stepping these groundhog holes. This spot right here would be another feed to the wash. Not as much as I thought. So as you see, the property line is right up there on top of the ridge. I'm going to walk up just a little bit further, and as you can see right here, another cedar thicket starts. That's kind of, here we go again, with all the trees down, all the dead cedars, I should say. A lot of them have blown over. I'm only about 20 yards off of the property line here. But I saw this down through the woods It just looked completely out of the ordinary, especially for a cedar tree. I don't see too many cedars that look like that one. That's because it's not a cedar tree. I'll get over here so you didn't have to stare directly at the sun. Really don't know how to gauge the age of that tree. It's a tulip poplar. It's like the other two right there beside it. Odd, isn't it? Went through some adversities. This is a nice little stretch of woods here too. You can see the open field over there. That's property line in that direction. I'm going to head off down this hill. That would be the property line. See one of the fence posts there. And no telling how far that goes back up in there and feeds this other wash down here. That's where I'm headed here in just a second or two. Get where they meet up and walk down the edge. And here's where they come together. Let me see if I can get down in there. A better shot of the rocks there. If I come down here to camp with intentions on camping on this side of the wash, by the time when it starts greening up down here, this is going to be so thick you will not be able to get through it. Look at all the little saplings here. Not hardly a briar in the bunch, but whole lots of saplings. There's another old tree there. Just looking at the landscape on the other side of the wash there, not too far, right back up there is where I stopped and had lunch. You see the way the property kind of bends around. The property line goes straight up there, but the lay of the land makes a bowl. That's what I was sitting looking at while I was eating. You know, no signs of humans besides back up there by the pond, which you almost expect. I mentioned these twin sycamores, and I didn't do a close-up on them. They're not all that old, and they're both dying. I don't know, maybe they got too much water. They've been there for a pretty good while coming out of one stump, though. You see, every once in a while the water gets to flowing pretty good down through here. That is the first sign of water I've come to. I see more on downstream. Oh, put a GPS marker on that stick, huh? Give it about 2 or 3 years if it don't outgrow the vine, and it'll start to look like that. Now I'm on a critter trail, can you see it? Thought that's kind of odd too. I'm going to work around where you ain't got the sun in your face to look at it. How about that split? Let me get up there and get down sun of it. How long it's been standing there like this. Any day now. I don't think I'm going to go any further that way. There's really no need. It becomes extremely thick and full of briars right down there on the edge of the creek. If you guys will watch the last one where I came down to the creek from the other end down there, and on the other side of the creek it went up a fairly sharp bank. This makes the turn here along with the I called it a creek again, a wash, and is a solid bank. I can see the next field there, and right up here about 15 yards behind me is property line that way. I'm tempted to walk right back up there. There's a place I can get across. Right here, right behind the camera, it's about 10 feet deep down to the bed of the wash, and it's all limestone. I'll give you guys a shot of that before I get out of here. Sure, it's a gorgeous day. I'm sure it's 50 degrees. Not too warm, but this is plenty for today. If I camp anywhere here, it'll more than likely be up there. I'm looking right at the back side of the cedar thicket on that side. It's kind of where I wanted to sneak up through and come out. There again, back up a little closer on point to the old barn. I believe I'm gonna have a little snack before I head back. What do you guys think? Pretty decent place? At least a really nice place to come and walk around. 32 acres. Well, look at there. Another Robert E. Lee natural breed. Now, should I be like Carolina Chris? What do you think, Chris? What cost this one? I'm only 150 pounds. I don't think so. I'm gonna go right down here where I can crawl down the rocks. When I was over here last time, I mentioned these mounds that travel down through here. I couldn't think of the word. Terrace is what I was trying to say. I think they do that so they can better farm a field. Not sure. But that puts us right back here on the back side of the big cedars. With the moss carpet and the constant shady in here, I bet it dropped 10 degrees. I got back in here just a little bit. There's a lot of places you will not be able to get through about 2 months from now. It just won't happen. Unless you're a jackrabbit. Guys, I got one more bottom to go through right out there in front of us, and up that hill. You guys can't see it, but I know the old barn is right up there. Sure was a gorgeous day to get out, wasn't it? I'm glad you guys came along with me. That wasn't much of a stretch over there. Like I said, I kind of measured out somewhere around 10 acres, give or take a little bit. And the back side of it is unusable. Don't really see what you'd use it for besides a briar patch on the hill. Hope you enjoyed the overnight. I know I did. That 19 degrees was pretty cool this morning. But I had the right gear last night. I can say that. Thanks for coming along, everybody. I do appreciate your views. Till next time, just waiting for the next big adventure. Coming soon. I told you guys the last time that I would stick the camera up inside the barn. This is the side of it. Some of it hasn't been falling off all that long ago. Let's see what we got today. See if we can get a focus in there. Stick it in a groundhog's face. You guys see the tiers where the tobacco hung. I'm standing on part of the ladder that led up into it. But she's just slowly but surely sitting down on herself. Thanks for watching.